Legal profession right now is a very interesting time because in the private sector, the privately funded law firms, there is a distinct need to build up fees after the times of the recession. As we all know, people haven't moved house, they haven't bought and sold businesses, and there's been severe restrictions, and that's led to law firms feeling the pinch in a way they've never felt before. And on the publicly funded side, there's lots of implications from the deregulation and the Legal Services Act, which means that there'll be increased competition, and lawyers working in that field are therefore reorganising themselves now in order to prepare for those times. And it's not about the volume of the work, because they will bid for the work that they will eventually end up doing, but it's about having the right structure to make profits out of that work. In your typical medium-sized or smaller law firm, you find that there's a lot of very good lawyers, but what they don't seem to have is the ability quite so well to run a business, because that's not their expertise. And rather like people going to lawyers for their expertise, there's a very good reasons why lawyers themselves should take on expertise in helping them run their practice in the most profitable way possible. And that's where Secanta can really help and add value to the work that a law firm is doing. Typically what we do is spend a couple of hours with you understanding your practice and its philosophy and culture. And having done that, we'll identify the priorities in terms of the financial management and the back office. And that will lead us into probably our first piece of work. It's not uncommon when we do that the first piece of work is something around the cash flow of the practice, something around the lockup, something around, are we collecting all the debtors on time? Are we chasing the Legal Services Commission for all the money that we've claimed that hasn't come through? What are the processes around that? And we more often than not, we improve those processes. We'll look at the work in progress. Are we claiming from the Legal Services Commission the right monies on time? Are we producing the bills on time so that we can transfer money from client account to office account in a timely fashion? Because of course cash in the client accounts, if it should be in the office account, is of no use to the practice. And are we time recording in a regular and accurate fashion so that we can raise the bills and raise the claims in the best possible way? And of course, finally, are people paying, whoever it is? Like our FDs, our other experts are just that. They're very much experts in their field with many years' experience over a variety of businesses. So if we decide that we need to look at the HR systems, for example, we will bring an HR colleague who is specialist in that area, and where there are gaps, of course we will fill those gaps. We won't tell you how to fill the gaps, we'll actually go and fill the gaps. And that's one of the differences with working with someone like us. We don't just tell you what to do, whether it's in HR or IT or marketing or any of these things, or indeed financial management. We actually go and do the work too. It's a very strong ethic that we have, that we work on a hands-on basis with all of our clients. So in summary, why should any legal practice think about using someone like Secanta? Well, actually it's quite simple really. There are two reasons. One is to increase the profits of the practice, and the other is to get total peace of mind that the back office and its associated functions are being run, managed and operated in the best possible way.